breakfast. We making breakfast. We making breakfast. You won't see a lot of me. You'll see more of what I'm doing here. Okay. So we have apples. Whoa. We have cinnamon rolls. And we have another one. This one actually bust open yesterday. So, boop, these and these. So we're actually going to take these and cut them up. Okay, now that we're finished being silly, let's go over ingredients. So we have butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla extract. Yes, it is imitation. Our apples and our cinnamon rolls. I actually had 2 cans of cinnamon rolls. Here I am trying to take a crazy looking thumbnail, which I probably will not use. Alright, so I'm putting everything back so that we can get started with our delicious dish. But first, before we start cutting apples, let's pour our drink. Today's drink will be a mimosa, and we are using La Marca Prosecco instead of champagne. So you just want to pour a little bit of orange juice. It's literally just for color. Boom, done. That's enough. And then we're going to open up our bottle and pour. Oh yeah, this is the best part. Look at that face. Take a few sips, and then we are going to get started. So we're going to start off our dish by taking our apples and rinsing them off. We are going to rinse them really, really well and bring them back to our cutting board to prep them for our cutting. So I am currently just removing all of the stickers because we don't want to eat stickers today anyway. So I'm taking all the stickers off. As you can see, I did not peel the apples, but what I will be doing is basically peeling them with the knife. I just didn't use a peeler. So I'm cutting off the 2 ends. Cutting off my ends and then slicing off the bottoms and then flipping it over. Basically peeling it with my knife. And once I have all of the skin off, I am just going to slice the apples long ways, just into some like thin slithers. It doesn't have to be perfect. Cut the apples up however you like. You can cube them, you know, do whatever you like. So I now have peeled all of my apples. I've taken away what I need for my dish, and I'm going to go ahead and slice everything. So you can see how I slice. I like to follow the same process that I do when I'm making an apple pie, but like I said, there's no right or wrong way to slicing apples, so do what you desire. Alright, so I'm going to add some cinnamon while the apples are on the cutting board. Alright, now we are adding butter to our pan that we are going to be cooking the apples in. So let's add those apples. Alright, grab a wooden spoon or some type of plastic spoon. Do not use metal in these types of pans. How about pans? This is a really good pan and you don't want to mess it up. But we're going to add some cinnamon, and we are going to add some of that vanilla. Just a little bit of the vanilla because a little bit goes a very long way. And I'm just using the cap to kind of measure what I want. And I'm going to toss my apples around in what I have added to my pan, which again was the cinnamon and the vanilla. Next, I'm going to be adding some brown sugar, and you just do this to taste. This type of dish is to taste. If you want it sweeter, add more. If you don't want it as sweet, you won't add as much. So here we are. This is what we are currently looking like. This is cooking up nicely. I'm just trying to get all of my slices coated. And once I do, I'm going to add a cup of water. and I'm going to toss that around and make sure that all of my apples are submerged in the water. Okay, now while that cooks, let's get this dish prepped by adding our cinnamon rolls to our pan. This is going to be the next step. Take that icing out of the can and just sit it to the side. We'll use that a little bit later. For now, we're just going to peel the rolls apart and just add them to the pan just like you would with anything else. And yes, I am using these aluminum, disposable tin pans. Do not judge me. It's just what I like to use. I don't like cleaning pans. I have 2 cans, so I'm going to be adding my second can. And here is what they look like. You know what they look like. Regular cinnamon rolls. Alright, so here we are back to our apples, bubbling up nicely. Once you see that they are kind of translucent, they are nice and soft, same as you would for an apple pie, you're going to go ahead and take them and spread them all over the top of your cinnamon rolls. I can't say the same way you would for an apple pie. Some people don't cook their apples. My mom doesn't. Alright, so I'm going to go back to that bag of brown sugar and I am going to go ahead and just sprinkle some on top because I want that really nice crumble, that brown sugar crumble, and I'm going to be adding butter as well. This is really going to set it off. Yummy, yummy. Alright, so I am now adding some butter. It's probably about a 1/4 stick and I just cut it up and I am spreading it all over. And I'm going to take this and stick it on the middle rack of my oven. My oven has been warmed up already and it is on 375. While that is in the oven, I'm just going to take some Reynolds wrap. And I have some turkey bacon here that I'm going to just put on this foil and put into the oven. This is going to be what we will be having alongside our cinnamon apple casserole. I just made that up, y'all. Oh, here's a little tip about turkey bacon. I take my turkey bacon and that I get from the deli, so I don't buy the pre-packaged packs that they sell in the grocery store for $18. I get it from, that was an exaggeration, but I get it from the deli. It's a lot cheaper. So I did sprinkle some nature seasoning on that and stick it in the oven. And we are back to our icing now. So I am taking our icing and I'm going to stick it into a sandwich bag. If you have a sandwich bag, a freezer bag, whatever you have, just use that because we're going to be using that as a piping bag. Unless you have a piping bag, then you can use that, but I'm not that fancy. These little dull scissors, child. Get you some sharp ones because mine was dully dull. Once we get it open, I'm just going to go ahead and drizzle it all over my cooked cinnamon apple casserole. Yummy, yummy. Looks really pretty and it tastes really good too. We're not gonna let that go to waste. Ooh, okay, there we go. Get it together. There we go. All right, sprinkle that all over. Looks absolutely delicious. I am excited, so I am dancing, and we are going to plate some bacon. Sit that to the side. Let's get a slice of this good old cinnamon apple. I'm making up names for it. I don't know what to call it, y'all. Cinnamon roll, cinnamon apple roll, casserole, whatever. We're gonna get a slice. Yummy, yummy. I can't wait to taste this. So simple yet so tasty. That's what it looks like. And I'm actually fronting, y'all. I'm being modest. I definitely had way more than that little tiny piece. I was just trying not to look greedy, but I'm very greedy. I love food. All right, so let's put this thing to the test. See what it tastes like. I can tell you it was amazing. If I dance, that means it's amazing. And boom, there's the dance. It's amazing. Can't wait for you guys to try it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.